Good morning, guys. Welcome to the video. And today I finally want to tell you the actual reason why I came to Tbilisi in the first place. So there's this thing called adult camps. I discovered them half a year ago, and they're basically pretty much the same thing as summer camps for kids, except that they're for grown-ups. And the focus is on networking, socializing, building connections through common activities, diving into new atmosphere and just switching from the routine. Back in the day, I didn't used to enjoy camps so much. I was that quiet, shy guy who was afraid of starting conversations with strangers and stayed away from any kind of activity that required minimum social exposure. But it seems like I've changed a lot since then, because when I discovered that opportunity, of moving to an unknown location and sharing a house with a bunch of new people and possibly opening up, through partaking in common shared activities. When I discovered that that's a thing, man, I kind of got excited. I got really pumped to try it. I thought that's a unique experience, that's a one-of-a-kind thing that I never did before. So I would be mad at myself if I wouldn't try. So I kind of decided to give it a go and see what happens. It's fun. It's fun. So here I am at our beautiful villa in the old town Tbilisi. Most of the guys here work remotely and are not on vacation, including myself. So now it's like working hours when everyone can concentrate on their own tasks. And at the end of the day, we're going to meet up all together and have some common camp activities. So stay tuned for it. So I spent 2 hours working in the villa, and honestly, I feel like switching things up a little. And luckily my colleague invited me to co-work at one of her favorite spots. So I'm on my way there. Let's see what it's like. Not a big fan of co-working hubs, but let's give it a chance. Maybe that one's cool. So tonight's the official camp opening night, and we're going to be given presentations about ourselves. I just finished making mine. Look at that. I just put a bunch of silly photos of myself in there. And there's also this slide where I'll tell about the YouTube thing that I just started. It's gonna be fun.
Жизнь как игра, стоит не забывать, что без игры как-то скучновато.
А то, что у нас в сердце, вот на этом влияем только мы сами.
Для того, чтобы успевать такое количество всего, я стараюсь упрощать вообще все, что только можно. Какие-то они были такие домашние и классные. Я, конечно, ставила таймер, но так, чтобы вы примерно понимали, где закончились 3 минуты, но я, конечно...
Man, listening to all these presentations was an absolute pleasure. It was so inspiring. I'm just very delighted to be around so many beautiful, interesting people that have achieved something in their life already and have a lot to share with the world, and are ambitious, passionate, very conscious, and just extremely open and friendly. And tonight also made me think about, how little we actually know about each other. Because, in everyday life, we, meet different people and we have different talks, but sometimes we never actually tell others something that we want them to know about us. Sometimes we don't even get the chance to share our true self and speak what's on our mind, really. We're often restricted by circumstances and different social settings when, opening up too much is not expected, is not considered appropriate. So we sometimes say very little about what we're actually proud of about ourselves. Evenings like the one that we had tonight, they show that every person has a life baggage that they want to share, and sometimes they just want to be given the opportunity to speak up. I'm very proud that I'm now a part of this community where everyone can express themselves freely, show themselves the way they want to be seen. And it's It's amazing. I think that's amazing. But on the other hand, I believe that in life, you shouldn't rely too much on the community. You shouldn't really wait for an opportunity to open up. In most cases, you should be the one who makes the first step of exposing yourself and showing who you really are and what you really care about. So now, every time I'm inside a new social context, I'm just trying to be myself from the very first second of any interaction. I let myself feel whatever I want to feel, do things and react to things the way I want to react to them. That keeps me feeling authentic. It also makes the conversations much easier because when you don't have to force anything, when you don't have to pretend that you're someone you're not, when you're not sugarcoating things, when you're not imitating emotions and feelings, that just makes your life so much simpler, and that makes you feel comfortable inside the conversation. And if you behave like this, then automatically, by magic, you attract people that have the potential of building strong human connection with you. And that just comes organically. You don't have to be better than you are. You don't have to try to impress anyone. You're just being yourself, as cheesy as it sounds, but it actually works. And this realization has come to me after quite a bit of time. I think it's all about the experience, and everyone has to figure this out on their own. But I kind of feel like I've come to a point when I don't have to delude myself and other people into thinking I'm someone else. I just want my vibe to be coming through as straightforward as possible. Now that I'm 30 years old, man, I realize that life is too short to be playing all these games, pretending to be someone that you're not. Who needs this? I think being ready to proactively open up to new people, no matter the circumstances, no matter the social environment and the expectations, being able to do all that is a crucial step towards embracing yourself in this world, towards knowing your true worth and your human potential, and towards understanding what you can bring to the world, how you can influence it, how you can make it better. Once you get to it, I think you just become a much happier person. And that's all I got for you for today, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments if you did. I'll see you in the next one very soon.